it is very hard not to hate the Democrat Party. I hate the party, but when you see individuals that are so evil and willing to say some of the worst things, you go, the best word I could come up with is despise. Like, I think I'm safe there. I hope God don't say,
Now, I know you tried to trick me by saying you despise those people, but I read your heart. You know it was all that type of hate up in there. I don't want that.
I got to fight that. I got to rebuke the hate spirit.
Down, Satan! I rebuke you! I rebuke you, O Prince of Darkness! Down, I say!
I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble in the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. But you want another reason? You want another stuff? You want another reason why you should despise the Democrat Party? You can't despise them enough? Well, of course, this one is a major one. Hypocrisy! Yeah. Look at these.
People were dying for this information. There was some sort of list that everybody thought was going to come out, and who's on the list?
Okay.
What's important for us to note is we shouldn't be repeating names that are on the list.
Really?
Because just because your name has, not on the list, but in the documents, just because your name is on the documents doesn't mean that you have done anything criminally irresponsible or illegal or civilly irresponsible. Or that you were a client. Or that you were a client. These documents, as I read them, only reflect Epstein's sexual assaults of women and his sexual behavior. So I think that Ghislaine also and Ghislaine. And so being named in this suit does not equate to being accused of wrongdoing. And I think that is extremely important because conspiracy theorists seem to not understand or enjoy facts.
Oh, us conspiracy theorists don't understand or enjoy facts. Us conspiracy theorists that have been right about, I can't think of one thing we haven't been right about. The infiltration and the psyop of J6. Yeah, we were right about that. The COVID vaccines and Fauci. The list goes on. The Russia collusion crap. The list goes on. And yet, she's talking about the conspiracy theorists and stuff. So now let's see if that holds up now that they're trying to pin this crap on Trump.
Yes, these are the facts. There is a list. Trump's name is on the logs, the passenger logs of Epstein's aircraft at least 7 times. That's already been made public. I mean,
yeah, but that don't mean he did nothing just because his name was mentioned in there. It don't mean he did nothing. And isn't it odd that they always just want to focus on Trump when Epstein was surrounded by corrupt, evil, stinking Democrats, some of their heroes in the Democrat Party. But this is the blind spot. Right now, all they see is Trump. They're the dog running to bite the girls and don't see the stop sign right there in front of them.
We forgot to add that story. Here you go.
They're so I hate Trump crazy that they always miss the blind spots. They're so tunnel visioned that they don't stop to think, well, if we can't prove this, if this don't stick, and if the amount of crap we throw on him is just a little bit that only sticks with dummies who don't know what we're doing, then how much of that crap is going to come back? They don't think about that. They don't worry about the crap that comes back. They're the ones on the freeway throwing the crap out the window and it's spitting in the wind right in the face. Yeah, tunnel visioned, and they don't see the dangers that they put themselves in because they can't help it. It's like this dog when we were growing up there by my grandmother's house. This dude named Brian had a German Shepherd, female. And the dog was nuts, man. Because, back then, the folks want to make the dog mad. They feed them. They say stuff like, man, feed the dog gunpowder. I'm like, what does that do? Feeding hot sauce and black pepper and then pop him in the face. So one day we riding down the street, me, my mom, and my brother, and we see the dog up ahead come out of the driveway and starts booking down the sidewalk. Now, the dog came out to look for victims. She came out looking around like I need somebody to bite, and saw these 2 girls down the street, walking towards the dog with babies in their arms. So the dog took off full speed with bad intentions. You could tell she wasn't coming up to get a pet. No tail wagging. The tail was pointed straight. Them ears was pinned back. Full speed. My mom is looking at what's going to happen, and she's like, "Oh my God, those girls about to get bit." And as the dog crossed the street, there was a stop sign. Now, I don't see many of these anymore, but the stop signs with the poles, the metal poles. Yeah. The girls had no other option but to step behind the stop sign. The dog was now the stop sign was only about, maybe that wide. Dog so tunnel visioned on those girls, ran full speed into the stop sign with her head. Screamed and went running back to the house. That stop sign saved those girls. But what really did it was the dog was so focused on how am I going to punish these girls? How am I going to get these girls? Yeah, that the dog didn't see the danger right in front of it. That's what happened. That's what really saved him. And so Trump takes advantage of this all the time. But the damage that these folks are willing to do and the damage that they've done is unacceptable. And it makes me say it is very hard not to hate the Democrat Party. I hate the party. But when you see individuals that are so evil and willing to say some of the worst things, you go, the best word I could come up with is despise. I think I'm safe there. I hope God don't say.
Now, I know you tried to trick me by saying you despise those people, but I read your heart. You know it was all that type of hate up in there. I don't want that.
I got to fight that. I got to rebuke the hate spirit.
Down, Satan! I rebuke you! I rebuke you, old prince of darkness! Down, I say!
So now all of a sudden, Trump's name was on it. Now, all of these years, you ain't heard nobody accuse Trump of nothing. None of the girls, even Epstein didn't. And yet here they are suggesting just because Trump's name was on the log, well, what about Bill Clinton's was on that mug 20-something times, and we got pictures of him getting a little back rub. But yet Trump's name. So that's enough then what? To assume he was doing something nefarious?
I mean, of course, Trump is denying any and all allegations, but all of that information is out there. Why not just put it to rest and say, release the list?
Oh, look at that. Release the list. Now that, they want to try to make Trump look like he was involved in some petty, what. They want the list released. Why not just put it to bed? Okay, when you want it, when you got it, when you want it, baby, you got it. So Trump's about to bust the move. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it. So here he is.
You posted on Truth Social last night. You urged House Republicans to vote in favor of this Epstein release bill they're going to vote on tomorrow. I just want to be super clear on your position. Do you want to see that pass the Senate? Would you sign that bill if it gets to your desk?
I do want to say, here's what I want. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do.
Yeah.
All of his friends were Democrats.
Oh.
You look at this Reid Hoffman, you look at Larry Summers,
Oh,
Bill Clinton,
there they are.
went to his island,
There they are.
and many others. They're all Democrats. All I want for people to recognize the great job that I've done.
Now I'm pretty sure all of these folks are going,
what are y'all doing, Democrats? Shut it up. Dang on it, look, y'all so planted. Trying to go after Trump, you about to get me in. Do you understand?
Now, one of them already done had to step down out of public life. And I'm pretty sure Wild Bill is hoping for a heart attack or something to take him out of here before any stuff come out to reveal how foul he is. And don't forget, Prince, Andrew, I know they're all sitting, what are y'all, shut up. Stop trying to use it. You're going to make Trump finally say, okay, I'm going to let you guys continue to whine about this like you're really serious about just simply getting to the bottom of it. Yeah, you're serious about finding justice for the victims. That's why y'all in it. Democrats never do anything for the people. That's why I despise them. Nothing they do have a pure motive. It is all designed to acquire more power. And they're willing to do whatever, smear whomever, abuse whomever, put whomever in danger. They're willing to do all of that for power. And if Trump's standing in the way of that power, yeah, they will say, you know what, Bill Clinton, if you get exposed, you just get exposed. know what I'm saying? So now here's Trump keeping it real, saying, look, man, really, this is a Democrat problem. Like most things they accuse Republicans of or Trump of, they're the ones that are guilty of it.
On pricing, on affordability, because we brought prices way down, but they go way lower. On energy, on ending 8 wars and another one coming pretty soon, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
We've done
important stuff.
And I hate to see that deflect from the great job we've done. So I'm all for it.
Now, I wonder if they were expecting that. See, it's one of those things. You don't expect it. It's like the little girl who gave me an apology and I didn't expect it. Yeah, I think she's maybe like the senior in high school. I was teaching a high school class and I had this one kid in my class who I despised. He was one kid that I said, man, if I could just go ahead and be 17 again, I'd beat you up, man. I think I told him that one time. I was like, man, if I was your age, man, I'd dust you. Boy, he was horrible. And one day in the middle of me teaching, this girl gets up and starts walking out the room. And he, oh man, what's up with her, man? So you always be on me. And so, of course, I'm looking, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, what is up with that? I got my game face on. I'm like, what are you doing? This girl immediately turned and gave me what I wanted. She said, oh, you know what, miss? I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to go back. She disarmed me. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, all right, then. Okay, go and have a seat. You need to go? If you need to go, go ahead. Go on to the bathroom. She disarmed me. I wasn't ready for it. I was ready for a fight. So these folks right here thinking that Trump's going to fight this and that, and we can keep this in the public's ear by suggesting all kind of crap and leaking all kind of crap. And Trump said, nah, let's get this mess out the way. Go ahead and put this mess out here so we can get to the bottom of this crap.
Next day.
You keep saying, well, he didn't do anything. There's no indication of criminality. If that's true, he should be elated that we're putting these things out.
It's not if that's true. It is true. Can you name any evidence?
Get him, Scott. Get them, Scott. Scott about to drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, man. Scott's like, that is true. Can you name any evidence? Now, watch this predator right here. Watch Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. You see Milli Vanilli, then you too can be like Milli Vanilli. So now we got Terrence Trent D'Arby up here. Oh yeah, talking about some all alone with you makes the butterflies in me around. So that's what you're doing nowadays, Terrence Trent. You on CNN? So now watch Terrence Trent try to respond because he looks stupid. That's why his mouth wide open. Can you tell us any evidence? Oh.
I would like to see the evidence. And what I'm saying is,
what if there is none? You're telling me we didn't see the evidence all this time? Like Adam Schiff says, it's out in plain sight.
In 10 years of public life, you wouldn't know it already?
No, I don't. No, that's exactly the point.
Oh my goodness. This is an IQ test. Don't fail it. Come on.
Oh, Scott, with the subtle jab. This is an IQ test. No, this is also a TDS test. It's a propaganda test because these folks all know. Yeah, it's like Van Jones back in the day when he knew there was nothing to the Russia collusion delusion and got busted talking about, it's a nothing burger. Nothing burger. They all know that Trump has nothing to do with Epstein, but they got to get on CNN and push the propaganda. Terrence Trent right here. Okay, so I said Terrence Trent's more handsome. Well, we go ahead and throw him in the Milli Vanilli category. So Milli and Vanilli right here. This dude right here is on the show just to push the narrative, to create suspicion. We don't know. I ain't saying he did something, but we don't know. I mean, that's why I just want the evidence. I just want it to all come out. But I guarantee you, if all of this stuff comes out and exonerates Trump, that won't be enough. They'll come up with something else. Oh, well, he probably must have deleted his name. Did he redact himself?
Oh, man. 10 years Trump has been in public life.
That's embarrassing.
It is an IQ test.
Oh, no, here go the ref. Here goes the ref. You hear her? She's like, oh, yeah, Scott made a good point and brought in a whole bunch of logic and made Milli Vanilli look stupid because, yeah, you do sound stupid. If you're that naive to believe that Trump had that big fat eyesore laying out there. Yeah, you're telling me Trump had this stuff lingering, but yet he was out there talking about Bill Clinton possibly could get in trouble and the other people got some trouble. You don't think they'd have been like, and you do too. So now he's playing dumb, playing ignorant. That's the only, I just want to know. I want to get to the bottom. And then the ref comes in because Scott made too much sense. And watch her try to go ahead and talk over Scott like she always does.
For 10 years, we haven't heard any names. So you really think that no one's involved?
No, obviously Larry Summers was involved.
So you ain't let him finish? You asked him the question, Abby, but when he start ripping off these names that we know are involved, when he starts ripping off the names of those Democrats, what do you do? So hoping that you can just blot out his voice or what his point is and all that stuff so your people can't hear it and say, wow, there are people that we know that are involved, but it ain't Trump. So before he even gets a name out.
Involved.
You're suggesting that if someone...
A few moments later.
Just real quick, I just want to bring it back to something that just happened. I feel like I just heard Scott call into question this black man's intelligence with the IQ test. I feel like I heard that.
I'm leaving people.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I think what Trump means is you people. Look
at his eyes, man. Look at those beady white devil eyes, man. That's what just happened. That dude just straight came out with some racism out of nowhere. What I think I heard is the Scott just questioned. So you can't question this black man's intelligence, right? You hear this crap. Now see, once again, this is a reason why I despise. They use the worst, stinking, dirtiest tactics ever. They go ahead and weaponize their blackness and the history of racism to bubble wrap and cover up their stupidity, their corruption, their hypocrisy, all of that. They use that. And so now this dude gonna try to bully Scott, and Scott ain't having it. So let's get back to this dude rocking that chia pet on top of his hair. Because I don't know where he's going with this.
I just want to bring it back to something that just happened. I feel like I just heard Scott call into question this black...
No, I feel like you were riding on a motorcycle doing about 200 with no helmet on as your hair is blowing in the wind. What is that? Somebody go ahead and get me some clippers to cut that chia pet off of that head right there. That taco meat is sitting on top of that head right there. Somebody go get me some buns so I can get that hamburger meat off of his head and make me a sandwich. That's what needs to happen. Comb that mess, pick it, do something. Look like somebody just threw it on top of your head. There you go. There's hair. You ain't gonna shape it or form. Nope. Just do hair on top of your head. Look like every strand on his head is just doing whatever it want to do. Comb that mess, pick it, do something. Look like somebody just threw it on top of your head. There you go. There's hair. You ain't gonna shape it or form. Nope. Just do hair on top of your head. Look like every strand on his head is just doing whatever it want to do. So anyway, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I got a lot of material to go over, but the man with the chia pet on the head, he made me mad. So so now here he is. I feel
black man's intelligence with the IQ test. I feel like I heard that.
Yep, that is just how these people are. Seeing racism and everything. So Scott can't even joke with this guy and say, come on, man, this is an IQ test. IQ test. Scott can't do that because, see, what it really is Scott's questioning this black man's intelligence. Well, what if the black man is stupid? Like this guy, just about to come in and try to suggest some propaganda.
I just want to say something.
It's ridiculous. You want to make it right? Go ahead, but it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think that
we know each other. We're friends. I know this man. He's a smart guy, and we're having a debate.
We're having a debate.
We don't even know each other, but we do. This actually.
Yeah, we're having a debate. This guy's a friend of mine. And here you are coming in, sticking your big fat nose where it don't belong, trying to suggest that I'm belittling this black man right here because you feel like you just heard some racism. See, this is stuff that will get you beat up. This is the stuff that makes folks to say, hold on, what are you trying to call me here? See, you sticking your nose in this, and now you slide in a motive that is questioning my integrity, my character. You're suggesting that I'm belittling this guy just because he's black. So now I got to go ahead and give you a back smack because you questioning Whether I'm asking this because he black. This is the stuff that'll make folks want to grab you up under the collar when you are using these stinking dirty tactics and accusations. So here's Scott. Scott already like, oh, here we go.
Actually relates back to the topic that we're having, Scott. There is a perception. You're sitting here with so much confidence without seeing all of the documents that Donald Trump is innocent. There is a presumption of guilt that a black man walks around the United States.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
You're right.
And I have been watching Donald Trump navigate this situation with the presumption of innocence that is never afforded to us.
It's never afforded to us. Now, you see him up there? With that hair like this. Dang on forehead starting way out here. And I'm going, dude, how about you pull a little bit of it up here? Cover up the forehead. Why is it sitting on the back of your head? Did somebody do that to you on purpose? If I was on the set, man, I'd be like, dude, who did that to you? Let's go get him. Nobody did this. I did this. You did that? You did that to yourself? Man, dude, I thought some people did that. I thought they held you down and did that to you. I was ready to posse up. So now, guy with the hair sitting on the back of his head is talking about something about black men aren't afforded.
Right? This is the same guy that is trailing 29 rape allegations. And we have videos of him saying things like, grab him by the you-know-what. Just the very fact that he's connected, documented, connected to the country's most...
Look at him. He think he's deep. But I see him as very gentle. I see him as low T. And look, he's trying to get deep. He's the same guy. I mean, the very... I can't stand these extra over-the-top pro-black dudes that they bring on. Power to the people brothers that are there to do nothing but race bait and make up stuff.
Egregious pedophile, enough. That alone is enough for us to ask questions about it. It's a disqualifying factor for leadership. So I just don't know why you're so fervent right now, saying that I know for a fact he has nothing. Can we see the files and make that decision?
Yeah, you just made it for us. Hey, you just ripped off all the reasons why folks should be questioning Trump's integrity. Yeah, talk about, can we see the files? Well, you just went ahead, litigated it right there without the files. I thought all of these accusations, nobody proven. Yeah, all of these women that the Democrats drug up to God. That Trump one time, he had looked at me funny and I felt like he undressed me with his eyeballs. Therefore, I feel violated. And I would like some money for that too. All of those mysterious women who didn't exist until he ran against the Democrats. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about those accusations. And then you sit back and suggest that he's a pedo. Boy, I tell you, I would love to drive all the way down there to that studio and take one of the biggest pieces of paper with a lawsuit and slap it on that big forehead. I would lick that paper and be like, you know what? I'm glad your hairline starts right here, because I'm going to stick that paper right on that big 8 head of yours as you sitting back talking about the very fact. Unbelievable.
There's some kings in the building. Throw your fists up and show some respect. There's gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here.